What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead universe and the Walking Dead DARYL DIXON show. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead and the DARYL DIXON show. Obviously, spoiler warning. So we have Isabelle, Daryl, Laurent. We're going to meet some new characters in this series, obviously, because Daryl's in France and we haven't been there before. So we're going to meet a bunch of new characters. Will the story be awesome, entertaining, worthwhile? Hopefully, yes, yes, and yes. We're less than 1 month away from the show premiering on AMC and AMC Plus. And I'm excited for the show. Can't wait to see how it goes down. But let's meet Isabelle, or Clémence Posey. Clémence Posey is who the actress is who plays Isabelle. We had another Isabelle on Fear the Walking Dead, but we're kind of just taking names from Fear the Walking Dead. Ginny, Isabelle, none of them the same character. But we meet Isabelle, who's a nun. And it's interesting because we haven't really seen people in religion besides Father Gabriel. You know, out of all the seasons, of all the shows, of all the spinoffs, of all the things there, we met the rabbi, Father Gabriel, now nuns in France. So it's pretty interesting when Daryl is, I guess, helped by Isabelle and her people. And Daryl makes a joke because he sees all these weapons, like killer nuns, huh? And it's pretty funny, and I can't wait to see for the humor of this. And Daryl's pretty funny. I'm not sure if he gets enough credit for that, but he's funnier than you think, most people think. But they have a bunch of weapons here. And Isabelle says they can defend themselves, which is good because they're not like relying on faith and just having the will of God or whoever to be like, yes, they will protect us. Nah, they're pretty smart, and they know that they have to protect themselves in the zombie apocalypse, let alone life. You know, this convent is probably here for a long, long time. Who knows how long it's been? But I'm excited. A lot of people like this actress from other stuff, but she is a member of a resistance network called the Union of Hope. And their mission is to bring people together of different faiths and just keep surviving, stay alive. Which is interesting because you would think if it's one specific faith, they would just say, we want people of this faith. But I guess the end of days, end of time, people are open to other faiths, which you should be anyway. And I definitely am. I'm not, one-minded, single-minded person. And, it's good to see that in a show here for that, even though it's fictional. But Daryl even comments about he's not been one with God and really had that much faith with God. And Isabelle says, he's had faith in you and he's been there to help you. And which is, interesting because, some people might get religious, some people aren't, some people are spiritual, and it's all good either way. But Isabelle is bathing Daryl, which is kind of weird, is like, what's going on here? Why can't Daryl bathe himself? Is he that so against bathing that he's like, ugh? He's like a little kid. No, I don't want to get clean. What am I doing? No, he's picking his chin up while she's bathing him, getting underneath his chin or something. It's just kind of funny. Like, you're a grown man. Bathe yourself, Daryl. Are you that weak after whatever injury? But then they look at the wall and, there's not much to it, but you get to find out a little bit more about the Isabelle character, which is always good. I like to find out more about the new characters and stuff that we're going to meet here. And hopefully they bring stuff to the show and to the universe of The Walking Dead. And, it's a different place. To be outside the United States is uncharted territory for The Walking Dead universe, which is good. But the fact that they have all these weapons and they're ready to roll against whoever comes their way, I'm guessing we're going to get a battle with Codron and his people versus the nuns, which kind of reminds me of that show on Netflix. That was like 2 seasons, but we'll have to see if it makes sense, if it's comical, if, here there's a lot of different weapons, and it could be from the Crusades or from other battles back in the day, but they got a lot of stuff and they're prepared for whoever comes their way to go against whoever. And have they had to use these weapons during the zombie apocalypse? Hopefully it's answered and it makes sense. But they got crossbows, old school crossbows, and I'm sure Daryl's going to get one of them because I don't believe he didn't have his weapons with him when he came on the boat. But Clémence Posey plays Isabelle, which has a lot of people excited for the actress. And I don't really know her much, but people like her, and we'll see. And the casting has been really good in the Walking Dead universe. Like, I have to say, besides a couple of different castings and all the different spinoffs, they've done a pretty good job as a whole. Like, they're pretty up there with it. But again, Daryl's like, no. Ooh. And he's like lifting his chin up like, no, I don't want to bathe. I don't want to do this. And maybe he's so weak and he can't actually bathe himself. Hopefully it's explained and it makes sense. But Isabelle is taking care of him, kind of like the Carol character, you know. So it'll be interesting when Carol shows up, but more on that later. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. But we see Isabelle in different attire here, different gear, different clothes. So we'll have to see why she's dressed like this and why they have to leave. Because we know that DARYL is going to be the messenger to deliver Laurent. To who? Where? Why? Where are they going? Will they actually get there? This is Laurent. He is going to be the revival of humanity. What does that mean? Is he immune? Is he the cure? Is he a genius? How is he going to lead the revival of humanity? Like, that's a big ask of how old is this character? 15? 17? 12? You know, I have no idea how old this character is supposed to be. But Laurent is little compared to DARYL. But Isabelle has faith in what she believes in Laurent. And like I've said before, I didn't know about this show. Like, DARYL goes to France. How? Why? What's he going to do there? Nuns? Really? What's going to be up with that? Why? How? What's that all about? I don't know. I mean, more that I watch about the show, the sneak peeks, the trailers, the first 10 minutes, all that stuff, the filming stuff that has happened months ago, I'm excited for it, but I don't want to build up my expectations. When I had low expectations for Dead City, it exceeded them. This, I have to manage them. As with anything, you want to keep them low and see how it goes, and hopefully they'll exceed expectations. I don't care that DARYL's in France. I'm not like, ooh, we get to see France. Like, I could care less. But I know some people are excited to see it. Great. You get to see the Eiffel Tower in shambles. Get to see Marseille. Well, we're going to meet Cadron. Is he going to survive season 2, season 3? What's going to be the future of these characters? Are they one and done? Will they be killed off this season? Will they make it to the second season? Like, I would assume a lot of these characters are going to be one and dones. But Cadron, Isabelle, and we know that Carol's going to show up in season 2 because we already seen the filming before the strikes. So that's interesting. How is that going to fit? How's that going to be with DARYL and Carol? And how did she get there? Is Dog there? CRM involved? Commonwealth involved? How did Carol get there? She looks to be in great shape. She's got weapons. She's got gear. Is there connections with the world beyond? CRM? Because I would love for that to happen. Does that mean they will? I don't know. I don't know what their plan is with this. Do they even know? That's the big question. Will it make sense? Will the Walking Dead universe continue on? Is this just filler? How about, is it filler for the first season? Because DARYL and Carol were supposed to have a show. Little Miss McBride dropped out because of unknown reasons. Maybe something to do with her father, family life, COVID. They didn't want to go to France, but now she's there for season 2. So will it make sense? Will it just be like season 1 doesn't connect with season 2? Will it be a forced connection? A lot of big questions. Only time will tell. But let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Support the PT channel when you can. We really appreciate all of the support. Big shout out to my subscribers, my patrons, my members. We can't do without you guys. We truly appreciate all of the support. Stay safe. And as always, tell them, DARYL.
Yo, we love you guys.